Hey everybody, it's Lisa Campion, and I wanted to talk to you today about something that I call having a healing lifetime. And it's kind of an interesting concept. So yesterday I was working with a client who felt like she was all broken and like there was something wrong with her. And I said, because she had so much stuff. She had like a kind of a extra amount of emotional baggage that she was working through. And I said, it's okay, you're just having a healing lifetime. And she was like, Lisa, what's a healing lifetime? So I thought it was an interesting topic, and that I would talk about it with you guys today a little bit. So there's always a certain percentage of people that are having a healing lifetime. And what it is let's say, for example, you've had a bunch of lifetimes that were really hard for you. Maybe in your past lifetime you died in war, or in the lifetime before that you died in childbirth, or some other big trauma. You had a couple of lifetimes in a row that you had pretty serious trauma that you couldn't really clear. And sometimes we can't really clear that stuff because, well, now we're dead. You died in war, now you're dead, and you have to kind of bring that material with you into this life that you're in now. And you carry that baggage, you drag it in, and maybe you drag in the baggage of 2 or 3 lifetimes worth of intensity with you, and you will have this life that maybe you're in now, dedicated to doing the healing work of healing all of that stuff from the past. And I always think there's a certain percentage of people, I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a certain percentage of people that are that's their goal, that's their mission, that they're in this time. And everything about the life that they're living now is geared towards healing. So how can you tell if this is one of your healing life for you? Maybe you feel like my client did, like you feel broken and like you have way more crap to deal with than other people do. And you're like, why did the world, why did all this crap land on me? Why do I have this? Oftentimes people that have this have early childhood trauma that kind of reopens the wounds, or maybe mimics some of the, things that have happened to you in the past. And oftentimes I notice that people, they feel super traumatized, but they could look at their life and say, well, I had a good childhood. Like, why do I feel so traumatized? Nothing really that bad happened to me. Why do I feel so messed up? So the other thing that you want to look for is like having chronic issues, chronic mental health issues, chronic pain, chronic, things like fibromyalgia. That's sort of hard to pin down, like these big multi-symptom neurological kinds of things that are hard to pin down and hard to heal. Maybe it's depression and anxiety that's just really persistent. And the other thing I noticed too is that life will feel a little heavier to you maybe than other people. So the other thing that I noticed too about people that are having a healing lifetime is they're often kind of gifted with the resources that they need to get a lot of healing work done. So maybe you're in a position where you're not struggling for survival, so you have money and time that you can sort of focus on doing your healing work. And I think it's sort of frustrating for people that are in a healing lifetime because they feel like they spend like 80% of their energy, 80% of their time like working on their stuff. They're in therapy, they're doing this, they're trying that, they're not feeling that great, and they don't have a lot of energy left over to do other things in their life. They don't have like lives of service where they're helping other people so much because all their attention is kind of focused on working through whatever's going on in their own stuff. And they often feel a lot of shame and they feel badness about themselves. And I think that's sad. Like, don't feel shame and badness about yourself, because think about it this way. If you're having a healing life, first of all, we all have them. I think we all collect stuff, and then we have some time we have to work through it. If this is you, this is just your time to work through it. My time might be next time, or was last time. So it's just a cycle we all kind of go through. And if you think about it this way too, it's like your goal, your life purpose, if you're having a healing lifetime, is to do your healing work, is to do the inner work. And it usually takes like therapy plus body work plus energy work plus spiritual work to kind of work through all these levels. And I think of it a lot as like archaeology. Like, you've got to work down the levels as you're working through this. But don't feel bad about it, because if you think about it, it's your life purpose to do the healing work. Then that's what you're here to do. So it's okay. It's all right to really like lean into that and understand that. Sometimes I see people that spend a lot of time doing this, sort of pop through the work that they came here to do, and then they go on to help in other ways. So sometimes they make the best healers. They make really great healers, and it's a little bit related to like what they call the wounded healer archetype. Some of the best healers I know are people that have just worked through a lot of their own stuff, and now we're doing healing work too. So if that's you, then you want to just lean into the work and get the work done, and know that's what you're here for. So thanks for listening today as I talk about this healing lifetime stuff. I just thought it was an interesting topic, and hope you guys have a great weekend and a very healing weekend, and that you do something awesome for yourself this weekend. Lots of love. Bye.